Imagine a future where American natural gas dominates the global energy market, but at what cost to your wallet? The Trump administration is pushing hard to supercharge U.S. liquefied natural gas, LNG, exports, and recent data shows these exports are already hitting record highs. But here's where it gets controversial. This surge in exports could mean higher energy prices for American consumers. The U.S. Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, is considering drastic measures to accelerate the construction of LNG export infrastructure. In a bold statement, the chairwoman of FERC announced upcoming changes aimed at streamlining the approval process for new energy infrastructure projects, including LNG and hydropower facilities. The goal? To ensure grid reliability now and in the future. Instead of meticulously assessing each project individually, FERC is contemplating a blanket permit regime. Think of it like a fast pass for energy infrastructure, potentially speeding up construction significantly. This streamlined approach aims to bolster the grid and meet growing energy demands. And this is the part most people miss. Similar changes are being considered for hydropower plants, signaling a broader push to modernize and strengthen our energy infrastructure. Just days after the FERC announcement, Bloomberg reported a staggering surge in natural gas flows to Gulf Coast liquefaction plants, reaching an all-time high of 19 billion cubic feet daily. To put that in perspective, that's enough gas to supply millions of homes. Two companies, Cheniere Energy and Venture Global, are leading the charge, accounting for a whopping 72% of total U.S. LNG exports in October. Cheniere's Sabine Pass plant consumed 5.1 billion cubic feet, while Venture Global ramped up production at its Plaquemines facility, using 4.5 billion cubic feet. This news coincides with data suggesting the United States is poised for another record-breaking month in LNG exports. Europe, scrambling to secure gas supplies before winter, is absorbing a significant portion of these exports. Energy analytics firm Plur projects November's total exports to reach 10.7 million tons, a staggering 40% increase compared to November 2024 and the highest ever recorded by a single LNG-producing nation. The United States already holds the title of the world's largest LNG exporter, and the Trump administration is determined to maintain that position. A key part of this strategy involves making energy exports a mandatory component of trade deals, particularly with the European Union, currently the largest market for American LNG. If FERC implements these proposed changes, it could unleash even faster growth in LNG export capacity. Global energy demand forecasts consistently project increasing demand for liquefied gas, making the U.S. a crucial player. The Energy Information Administration, EIA, projects that if all currently planned LNG facilities are built, U.S. liquefaction capacity could more than double, increasing by approximately 13.9 billion cubic feet daily between now and 2029. Interestingly, this projection was made last month, based on an average daily flow of 15.4 billion cubic feet to LNG plants. Adding fuel to the fire, Reuters reported that the United States became the first country to export over 10 million tons of LNG in a single month. Citing LSEG data, the report highlighted that U.S. LNG exports in October reached 10.1 million tons, with 6.9 million tons destined for Europe and 1.96 million tons heading to Asia. Europe alone accounted for 69% of total U.S. LNG exports, solidifying its position as the leading consumer of American liquefied gas. With winter descending upon the Northern Hemisphere, U.S. LNG export rates are likely to remain elevated as European storage withdrawals accelerate during peak heating season. While this aligns with the Trump administration's energy dominance agenda, it raises a crucial question: at what cost to the average American consumer? Natural gas futures have already seen a significant price jump. 3 months ago, prices hovered below $3 per million British thermal units, MMBTU. Recently, the U.S. benchmark surged to $4.85 per MMBTU. This price hike reflects robust global demand for liquefied gas and a colder-than-expected start to winter. The EIA has also reported consecutive weekly inventory draws in natural gas, further tightening supply. This highlights the potential downside of the energy dominance strategy: tighter supply and potentially higher prices at home. U.S. energy industry insiders argue that ample natural gas reserves exist to meet both domestic and international needs. While this may be true, these resources are not limitless. Analysts predict that if all planned LNG export terminals are constructed, exports could surge by as much as 75% by 2030. This translates to a staggering 30 billion cubic feet of daily flow into liquefaction trains by that year. Such a dramatic increase in exports would necessitate higher production levels. The EIA projects record-breaking gas production in 2025, reaching 107.1 billion cubic feet daily, followed by another record in 2026, climbing to 107.4 billion cubic feet. Combine this with growing demand from data centers, and higher gas prices become almost inevitable. The big question is, how high will they go? What's your take? Do you believe the benefits of U.S. energy dominance outweigh the potential risks of higher domestic energy prices? Or should the focus be on prioritizing affordable energy for American consumers? Share your thoughts in the comments below.